Hello and welcome to Eve TV channel. Today we'll count down our recommendations for the best new web series released in the last few weeks. This list features some of the most eagerly anticipated web series of 2023 that have been released on Netflix, Amazon Prime, and HBOMAX. Currently, these are the most popular fantasy, adventure, and action shows right now that you should watch. And also, you can let us know in the comments which show from this list you intend to watch. Now let's start with the video. Number 10, Mrs. Davis. It is a sci-fi comedy series created by Tara Hernandez and Damon Lindelof. The show is centered around Sister Simone, who, upon being banished from her convent, swears to eliminate Mrs. Davis, an evil artificial intelligence who is said to be responsible for her banishment. In the aftermath, she seeks vengeance, strikes an agreement with the system, and enters a risky realm of mysteries and undetected organizations as she looks for the Holy Grail. In pursuit of the Holy Grail, the only object capable of completely eliminating the machine, Simone joins up alongside her unfaithful ex-boyfriend Wiley, and together they battle several unidentified and terrifying enemies. This is one of the most original shows you are going to see. Strange and fun storyline that sparks your interest right away and keeps you guessing as to what will happen next. This show's major strength is its unpredictable storyline and creative sci-fi topic. It is a must if you are looking to watch something unique. Number 9, Welcome to Eden. Season 2 of the stunning shot Spanish drama thriller television series is finally released. In case you're unfamiliar with this series, the plot revolves around Zoa and a bunch of young individuals who go to an event on an isolated island. However, these young individuals are unaware of the many mysteries that exist on the alluring island sanctuary. But as time passes, they learn what's true about an island and the individuals who welcome them, and soon they come across frightening dangers and struggle to survive. After the truth about what's really taking place on the island becomes clear, the second season explores the events where Zoa and a few other fresh characters find the island's ultimate goal and plan a revenge plot to leave the dystopian nightmare. There is a lot of drama, romance, and suspense in this survivor-themed story as the characters battle to find a way off the island. The story's largest negative is its large cast of characters, which makes it difficult for you to feel connected to and involved in the plot. Its biggest plus is its captivating locations and thrilling plot, which keep you in wonder all the time. Number 8, Toothberry, When Love Bites. It is a fantasy thriller series directed by Pradam D. Gupta. The narrative centers on the disobedient vampire, Rumi, who once pursues a human and loses her teeth in the process of biting him. In the aftermath, with a damaged tooth, she sees the dental professional named Roy and finds herself drawn to him. But despite their attraction, they must overcome some obstacles, as human and mystical forces are trying to keep them apart. And Roy must face the terrifying truth that Rumi is not an ordinary human being, but an immortal being of the darkness. The story explores a fresh concept, with a new world of fantasy full of excitement, twists, suspense, and romance that differs slightly from the typical vampire storyline. So if you want to see a new perspective on the vampires versus humans story, check out this one. The show is also available in English. Number 7, Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth is one of the best and strangest Netflix original shows you should see. The second season premiered this week, and while it may not be as satisfying as the first, it is stronger and carries the plot along in a way that is enjoyable. If you have not yet watched the first season, here is a short review of what the show is all about. The story takes place in an imaginary future where an infectious disease eliminated most of humanity and caused the development of hybrid children who were born with parts of both humans and animals. The main story focuses on Gus, a half-human, half-deer boy who embarks on a search for his mother after losing his father. Season 2 begins with Gus being held captive with some of the mutant children and forced to battle for their very existence against the wicked Commander Abbott. The next episodes of the season explore Gus and his hybrid friends as they devise a way out of General Abbott's and the Last Men Army horrible prison. Season 2 also covers a number of interesting subjects, such as the virus's origin. The main drawback is that Season 2 occasionally feels slow, but the entertaining storyline makes up for it. The key positives are interesting characters and a plot that appeals to people of all ages. Number 6, Unstable. It is a comedy-drama series created by Rob Lowe and John Owen Lowe. The narrative centers on a father-son team where a typical son, Jackson, begins to work for his wealthy but odd father, Ellis, at his cutting-edge biological company to prevent him from going farther down after the loss of his wife. The narrative progresses as Jackson tries his best to get his father, Ellis, back on the correct path so that he can be a reliable CEO, while also attempting to save the company from the incoming threat. During all of this, there is a comedic aspect similar to The Office show. The show dealt with the subject of sadness, and viewers will enjoy the cheerful story, funny characters, and interesting plot. The show has everything a good comedy should have, including sentimental and humorous aspects, but you will like this one if you are into sitcoms. Number 5. The Nurse. It is a true crime miniseries directed by Casper Barfod. The plot revolves around Pernilla Kurzman Larson, a newly hired nurse at the hospital, who believes her new friend and co-worker Christina Astra Panson is purposely harming people and thinks that this has been going on for a long time. However, multiple fellow employees inform the authorities that they also suspect the nurse after several instances of unusual deaths of patients, unlike anything they have ever witnessed. But why have they not complained before, or who is telling the truth or lying, is what keeps you curious about the story. Also, the show is based on true events. The series is only 4 episodes long, but its organized plot makes for an enjoyable watch, while the horrifying story gives it a gloomy seriousness. This one is for people who prefer true crime stories. Number 4. From Season 2. It is a sci-fi horror series, and it is one of the best shows of 2022 and a personal favorite. The second season has now begun, and the first 2 episodes are currently available to watch, while the remaining episodes will air weekly on MGM+. Here is a short breakdown of Season 1's plot before we talk about Season 2. The series centers around the mystery of a town that locks everybody who arrives. On the other side, the town's locals must preserve a feeling of calm and look for an escape while fending off attacks from the forest around them and night ghosts who come to hunt them. The plot is so crazy that you'll binge watch the entire series to figure out the mystery. Season 2 starts with the town sheriff away, while town members struggle to control everything as a bus full of clueless strangers who have no idea what's going on arrives in town. If the second season's opening episode is any indication, there will be plenty more monster versus human clashes, and the following episodes are expected to focus on uncovering the horrifying history of the town and adding more intense survival elements. It is a must-see on this list. Number 3. Citadel. It is a sci-fi action thriller series created by David Weil. The series centers on the international private service Citadel, which was overthrown by members of Manticore, an enormous organization that discreetly controls the entire world. On the other side, Citadel employees' memories were also erased while Manticore is rising. After the fall of Citadel, 2 top spies, Mason Kane and Nadia Sin, had their pasts erased, and they nearly fled with their lives at stake. Since then, they have stayed secret, creating fresh lifestyles while remaining unaware of their pasts. But that is, until a certain evening, when Mason is discovered by an old friend from the Citadel, who requests his assistance to stop Manticore from creating an entirely new international system, embarks on a new mission in an effort to defeat Manticore. Mason tracks down his former partner Nadia, and the 2 spies then set out on an adventure that takes them across the globe while they were haunted by their private and corrupt past. Number 2. The Diplomat. It is a political thriller series created by Deborah Kahn. The series centers on Kate Weiler, the newly appointed United States representative to the UK, as she attempts to maintain her relationship with her work colleague, Hal Weiler, while also managing to calm down worldwide conflicts and create mutually beneficial relationships in the City of London. The drama and suspense fully unfold as Kate Weiler struggles to handle her prominent status position in the middle of a global crisis, which has dramatic effects on her personal life and her professional career. Despite only having 6 episodes, it is a strong political thriller with a clever plot and an equal amount of humor and suspense that will keep you engaged. Number 1. Love and Death. It is a crime drama miniseries directed by Leslie Linka Glatter. The show is based on the real-life events in Wiley, the city in Texas, where housewife Candy Montgomery was charged with viciously axe-murdering her close friend, Betty Gore. The show tells the narrative of two couples, Candy Montgomery, Pat Montgomery, and Betty Gore, Alan Gore, who have many things in common and love their tiny hometown life with their families in Texas. However, both women had secrets, dissatisfaction, and unmet needs boiling under the calm appearance of their apparently perfect lifestyles. The real drama begins when Candy Montgomery is arrested on suspicion of the murder of Betty Gore, after having an affair with Alan, Betty's husband. The tension that pulls you through each episode is whether she killed Betty or if there is something else going on. Elizabeth Olsen's outstanding screen presence and stellar performance make her the show's standout performer. The plot is really dark, with aspects of humor and sarcasm mixed throughout. It may not appeal to everybody, but true crime fans are going to like it. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. And do subscribe our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.